Seasonal challenges with Ghana's economy is the managers' refusal or inability to build buffers during these sunny days for when the rains do come. This government says they want to chart a new path, and that is why they are seeking to get up to 15 months of import cover by 2028. The Finance Minister, Dr. Cassiel Ato Forson, has announced and put before Parliament this groundbreaking policy and is seeking the support of the House.
The current gross international reserves level is above the traditional reserve benchmark of 3 months of import cover. This is, however, not sufficient to provide adequate self-insurance against disruptive economic shocks and its impact on the exchange rate, like the historical depreciation of the currency in the year 2022 and 2023. To strengthen Ghana's resilience to economic shocks, Cabinet has approved the Ghana Accelerated National Reserve Accumulation Policy. The policy represents Ghana's strategic plan to strengthen external resilience by increasing the nation's international reserve equivalent of 15 months of import cover by end 2028.
The Finance Minister says both Gold Board and the Lands Ministry are supposed to purchase 3.02 ounces of gold every week. Here is how.
Ghana's strategy for the acquisition of 3 tons of gold per week is in two folds. The first is the Ghana Gold Board to acquire up to 2.4 tons of gold per week from artisanal small-scale mining sector. The Speaker, the Ministry of Finance will be making budgetary allocation to the Ghana Gold Board to achieve the objectives. The second, Mr. Speaker, the Ministry for Land and Natural Resources is to invoke the preemption right under Section 3D of the Ghana Gold Board Act 2025 at 1140 and Section 7 of the Minerals and Mining Act 703 to purchase a minimum of 0.5 tons of gold per week from large-scale gold mines.
The Finance Ministry say they are very much clear with the risks that comes with this policy, and they have enacted certain safeguards to deal with these risks associated with this reserve accumulation policy.
Speaker, governance risk will be mitigated through independent audits and enhanced transparency. Environmental and social risk will be addressed through intensified enforcement of anti-illegal mining laws, targeted reclamation, alternative livelihood programs, and community engagement programs. Right Honourable Speaker, this structured approach aims to transform mining from a volatile revenue source into a stable, transparent, socially and environmentally responsible pillar for macroeconomic stability.
Even before Parliament will get into this policy and debate it, the members on both sides are actually speaking to this. The minority say this is not the first time such a reserve accumulation policy is being implemented.
We stress that the policy to accumulate gold to shore up our currency and provide other benefits to the economy is not the first time we are having such a policy. In fact,
the sin of selective amnesia, Mr. Speaker, that sin is so fatal that if you choose to give history of Eurobond issuance for a particular 8 years, losing sight of years before, it is the first sin that is going to spell the doom of this policy.
Well, the majority side say this is really forward-looking and shows a government that is willing to take a lot of these issues and deal decisively in building a strong economy.
At the time we were going to the IMF in 2022, Ghana's reserve could only support 0.8 months, less than 2 weeks of import cover. And yet somebody said he started gold purchase program.
Mr. Speaker, this has to go down as one of the most forward-looking economic policies envisaged by any government, because we do know that the Ghanaian economy for many decades prior to last year had been undermined significantly by challenges with the extent of our reserves and the implications that it has on the depreciation of our currencies.
The Finance Committee and the Economic Committee of Parliament is now seized with this matter They will go into it, consider it, and present a report. The majority side expect a report as soon as Thursday, ahead of the State of the Nation address on Friday. The minority side, however, say this is too short a time. It is left to be seen if the Finance Committee and the Economic Committee can conclude this job and present a report on Thursday. Reporting for Joy News, Kweku Asante, Parliament House, Accra.